Did you guys get complacent against Miami? No. They played well. We didn't play the second half of the search well. And just because we were good at Skyline doesn't mean they're not good at Skyline. They're a very good Skyline team too. They were the one team that was actually like really competitive with us on Skyline when we were playing scrims with them.
They will be in the orange. Now the nuke thinking about that rotation over towards New, already making big impactful plays. 2 kills off.
Kyler was making plays to get through so many times. Him and Ant. That's one of the bigger things, chat, is like when you have both subs that can basically do whatever is needed of them in that specific moment, it makes everything so much easier. How many times did you see Kyler or Ant get an insane 2-piece or something that would open things up or solidify a rotation? Like he gets this first kill gens, gets the second kill P2. I know we wanted a rotation because now 2 and 3 have to push back. One spawning out, or both ones are spawning out because Codcaster is broken. We start refilling towards P2 side. As long as he stays alive in the back here, we're good, and he does. I mean, this rotation is all Kyler. Like Kyler literally just won us that rotation himself.
OpTic for now. Hook run gun for the fight as those players work their way down the streak. It's a little bit of love in there. Shotsy 1, 2, 3.
This is a big thing on rotations too. Obviously, like a big hold P2. A lot of times on teams' first hits, they would try and break through the back, obviously, to break the possible first spawn and then like the dump spawn as well. So with Ant getting pushed up in blue, he gets the information. They don't see him blue. They start pushing back up. He's basically calling, you know, I'm behind at least 2 of them. Wait for me, wait for me. Kyler or Merc, it's 2-5, so I can't really tell, but they just need to stay alive, buy some time for Ant to make this play, and it should be clean. And then obviously you have your last guy on hill watching the front just in case anyone got a split spawn or is hitting the front based on this 3-1. A lot of times when teams would break, it's a 3-1. So you have 3 people going one way, 1 person acting off of the distraction of the other 3 going the other way. So that's what Seven's watching. Everyone else is kind of watching the back once we get the information. It's all based on the information that you're getting off the pressure. This is one of the bigger things for holds that people always talk about, reading the pressure. So reading the pressure just means, getting information on where they're going. Obviously, they push around. Ant sees that. He relays that information to the rest of these guys. We can read the pressure on these. And then Brandon is on hill watching the front.
This is a massive opportunity on the flank. 1 to his name.
He starts shooting Mason too because he thought it was the other guy.
Cool and calm and very steady on the inside of time. Oh, this has been flawless so far.
Clean 4 dead. What do? Get a little bit more pushed up and more, spots that can be useful for that first wave once again. These guys spawn out court. We got Ant here. He's pushed up. We would call this super spot because Super would always play this in different game modes where he'd play in this like little cruddy corner. And if they want to go front, they have to clear him first. We're watching blue. We're watching our street. Once again, 7 can help towards the front too with Ant.
Try to attempt the back push if you are C9, but instantly gets shut down by the repinch from Shotsy.
And from here with 24 seconds, we know that they're going to be hitting the front because there's no point to be hitting the back with 24 seconds with the P3 to P4 chain. The only way you can do anything is if you just make it mixy from the front. So this is a really good spot by Ant because think about the scenarios here. You're just going to be killing people front side, and then you can have a free route through outer RV to try and solidify a possible rotation for P3. At least like get out. And if we all push out, what does that mean? Anyone that we kill is going to be spawning in the back here, and it can set us up for a P3, P4. That's what he does. And he gets the second one. I mean, this kill should have been traded. Regardless, he gets through. Number 3 will probably trade it right here. But look at where they're spawning now. And that gives access for Kyler to get through because this guy had to shift this way to get this trade on Ant. And we get the trade on the guy who ended up killing Ant. Now Ant spawns here. We're solidified for a really good P3 to P4. I don't know what happened here. Oh, was this the crash one?
That is incredible.
Oh no, I completely forgot about the crash one. All right, whatever. We'll go in because ball don't lie. It kind of was the same thing in the actual map as well, the one that counted. But I completely forgot about this. Wow. Okay, whatever. Regardless.
Not in the teal and C9 in the orange arrows, and so far so
Big pickup by Kyler. Once again, we know they're gonna be trying to take some outer routes. Again, I don't know. I think this is kind of a bullshit spawn. I guess it's because of how Ant's pushed out here. He's basically blocking SWAT, and you know, maybe because we just opened this spawn up, they spawn there. Kind of whack, but once we get these kills, we can kind of adjust once we don't see anything, because number 5, Kyler turns around just in case they spawn here. He realized they did. So now we're going to all turn around knowing that these guys spawn back P2. The problem here is a split spawn is going to happen with number 1 as well. So we have to basically adjust for both. That's just us not recognizing they spawn back P2. It's very, very hard to read because, you know, even if I had Codcaster, I probably would have still told you they were going to spawn over here, but they didn't.
I'm here at P1, but 3 kills go in favor of C9. Spawns are also in favor of C9.
As a coach, did you also have that horrible blue-gray color scheme that was impossible to read, especially for control chicks? Yes. Whatever you guys saw in Codcaster, I also see as well. And when I'm watching everything in the back, it was a very, very bad color to use.
But this time it's Shotzi trying to make the heads up play.
and another moment where
So we spawn out. We're gonna bang through old because
right by
old pressure is still good for new pressure because we know we're not gonna be able to get this spawn unless we can somehow target this guy towards P2 right now with 2 people on their team towards old.
someone in the OpTic jersey. Oh dear, and Krem asking
So we get one. Unfortunately, this guy came back for it, and obviously Spart stays alive here.
P2 soon to be open for business. Spart toe-to-toe with Dashy here. Waiting
Big one by Mason towards blue. Now this gives us, you know, some forward pressure with one guy dead. 7 and 8 can bang towards the front and see what we can do and try and make this mixy here.
for reinforcements to get involved, and this is going to be the whole
Number 2 is front street. He's going to be looking into blue for anyone that may be going this way through blue. But this is a big gunfight here, and then we also have forward pressure from the front side here. So rather than going through the back, we figured let's use the kill that we got inside blue to take pressure front side. And usually we're actually pretty good at trying to make things mixy from the front side. Team nade goes through.
was to get involved, and
That kills the guy in time. We also won the one on the police car guy because he has to back up towards dumpster with number 2 also dying. So he backs up towards dumpster. He's just trying to buy some time, maybe have the guys spawn on him. Unfortunately though for them, we're too quick on it. Everyone's blocking. Number 6 who was it? 6 or 8 spawns on us.
play. Are in. Oh no.
Or number 8. Number 8 spawns on us. They start spawning out. We've secured the rotation.
take them all the way across the map with the spawns. The only player here to try to contest it is going to be
Mason gets 2 with a sub on time. And what do you know? We're literally back into the same situation that we were in the previous game that got chalked. This is Kyler jiggling for info. Same thing, reading the pressure. Where are they going to be coming from? Are they going to be taking the outer route to try and break the spawn? Or are they going to go try and cut blue in front and try and make it mixy from the front? So this is all on Kyler trying to get pressure or trying to get information. And he does. And he backs up. He tells Ant to help him out. He's now playing short alley. Ant's now playing inside yellow. If they want to try and break through the back, they're going to have to get through both of them. We also have number 7 on hill watching blue and 8 being the safety net here. And he's watching the front for, again, one of those 3-1s where one guy hits the front off of this distraction. Mason gets back down. He's going to play a little bit like more cred. Kyler gets 1. Gets another 1 weak. Ant should have the trade. Brandon dies towards dump, but once again, Mason is there to help as well. 4 down. We actually don't even spawn close. For some reason, I guess because of a white time spawn, Kyler spawns out too, so he's getting parallel spawns with these guys. Honestly, what he can do here is he can just get on his high horse. They're not going to know that he spawned out as well, and he can just get over towards the new. I think that's what he ends up doing.
Very, very close to a hellstorm.
Like, this is a really, really good play. This is a really heads up play because he knows based off of his spawn, like, no one's going to be reading that they spawned out after that 4 dead scenario. So they're probably thinking, oh, okay, he spawned back here or back dump. We're going to be good on solidify the rotation. Let's like rotate over here, make sure that we have our P1 settled. Just make sure that they're all confined to this space before we, go into a P3. But the problem here is he spawns out with this weird spawn. You get a spawn like that, you take what's given to you. And now you can make a play off of it because it's a very weird scenario for the opposing team. They're not going to be expecting this. He starts shooting. Okay, now they see him. Drags 2 people to try and get him. He still baits people out. End up getting him, but it takes pressure off of the rest of our guys. Now Ant can maybe make a play through P1 because all those people had to go back towards this way and get him in the office. And what do you know? Ant gets through. He gets a timing on number 4. All stems from that original play from Kyler. Even though he died, it brings people back. It brings attention towards him and away from Ant. Kills go down. We've secured the spawns because of the way Ant was able to get through. They start spawning out. And from here, this is just easy. Like you just, as long as you maintain the spawn, you're chilling. Like this, sometimes it can get really weird if they start soaking the hill and putting some more pressure. They should spawn us out here. Oh, maybe they don't. It's a very weird scenario. I thought we were going to spawn out towards Burger, but we just solidify the spawn. They're not actually blocking it at the moment. And all of this is just play for P4 spawn. Play for P4 spawn. Kyler had spawned out. He helps because these guys are trying to break through P3. Weird split spawn where they have to watch both their P4 and someone behind them that spawned out. And now it's just pretty easy from here, or it should be. Make sure you're taking space, getting information on where people are going. Even though Ant dies here, he realized that 2 are going office or towards the left side. Mason dies here. I guess we all die, but once again, Kyler does spawn with him. They have to play for him. Not the cleanest, but they just got every kill, honestly. Did you and the team do a VOD review after EWC? No. There's no point. We're not even playing it.
We can still contest this at least one more attempt through the mid-tree. It gets shut down. So Cloud9 took a ball that time.
So we figured, okay, chalk up, the rest of the time up. Let's just move over to the P5. You saw later on in the game that a lot of teams would be using 4 subs on the P5. We finally got Brandon to be pulling out the sub on this, and he loved it. Once again, split spawns. 8 reads it. Really good job by Brandon. He has a sub out. Almost got 2 there. This was always a mixy hill.
This has been a good hold. That team kill is not going to help. Now Cloud9 have the numbers to fight their way back in.
That's 2 hard points back to back where Hook has found a teammate, unfortunately.
Cover our zig. We watch our front. We watch the outer push.
Mercules, no way. The quick swap to the Jackal. No need. Grem's going to be there on the trade once again. Gets taken care of. 25 seconds to go here on Gens, and OpTic are running it.
Yeah, they're dominating so far on this Gens HP. When with the response, able to find the double. You need to start to chain a couple moments together if you are C9. You cannot consistently always try to play from.
Why do you think some players are willing to pull out a sub? I'm not sure. Sometimes it's a recognition based thing, but a lot of times it would just be like, if it's this hill, sometimes you just pull out the sub. Maybe they think they just have a better chance with AR.
Spirit of the Birdman lives on here in Riyadh. Wow, what a play. On board with Krem. Nothing more to be had there from that side of hole. And OpTic once again.
We do a good job of pushing through. Here, I'll rewind this back. Pushing through the street. Ant gets 1. He's going to end up getting traded, but Brandon follows him back up. We're trying to solidify this side for the P2. If you get a 4 dead, we know they're spawning SWAT. It's pretty easy for us to control. Just have someone watch the pinch for number 1 play. We didn't watch Burger, but cover the street, cover your P1. Mason gives it up, unfortunately, at the wrong second, but he was doing his job. He was playing for it. It gives Gwyn a 2-piece.
He always brings it with the sling, especially with the SMG in hand. 17 and 14. Give me kill number 3 in a row. Now you see what it does to the minimap for the spawns for OpTic. It's cool. You can take
Spawn out, take what's given. There's still 20 seconds left on this hold. Try and just get forward pressure towards this hold. Maybe soak a little bit of time, but start getting some kills going into the P2. So maybe you spawn one of the guys out and start pressuring either the street or the front. Do you know why you guys would typically go down 70 to 80 on this map at the start? Because our P2 to P3 wasn't always great. And sometimes we would get flipped to the P4. So that P3, P4 wasn't always solidified. You saw it in the finals though. We did a really good job of like actually chaining it, and we go up 100 points. So they get 4 down. And now we have to break this P2. And this is a really big P2. Because if we're able to break this, we solidify our lead going to a P3 that we can possibly make Mixie if we don't have the rotation. Or it's them basically tying the game going to a P3.
This is the answer the Cloud9 are looking for to get themselves back into.
We get 2 free kills without us even pushing forward anywhere near the hill. Brandon gets one on Spark Blue. And they, 7 and 5 double team one of these guys front side. This is big kills because, again, forward pressure without us even needing to get close to the hill. Number 8 is going to have a 1v1 gunfight with number 2 here. Dante gets him, unfortunately, and they spawn on the hill. So there's a chance, but Brandon would have won this, had to have won the 1v1.
Yeah, kudos to Sib there. Oh, he's finding himself a lot of damage on this next player. Sets his boys up for success. That is sensational.
But that's I mean, this is another reason why you're always like, you want to get pushed up once you get kills, and especially if you know they're not close and you can spawn the back anyways, it's a good play. So even though Gwyn dies here and Spart dies here, as long as they don't get 2-piece, they're fine because they're just going to spawn in the back anyway. It's like, these aren't bad deaths. I just figured if they don't get another trade on this, they're fucked. But you're setting yourself up for your team to get a trade.
In the position to fight.
Yeah, kudos to Sib there. Oh, he's finding himself a lot of damage on this next player. Sets his boys up for success. That is sensational from C9. OpTic now through the.
Look how much Dante's getting pushed up. He gets pushed into blue, into P1, getting more information. He relays this to his teammates. He actually pushes towards the front of the hill himself. 24 seconds, they start pushing through P1, trying to spawn us back deep here. But we get all these kills. We want to trap them here. Trap them here going to the P3. That's what the Ant does. He gets 2-piece, dies, but once again, Brandon's refilling it. We're still putting pressure on this P1. We just have to worry about anyone rotating through here. We just want to make sure they can't go through the front. If they want to go through Burger, they can go through Burger. We'll pick them up. But as long as we solidify that they can't take insane routes like that, we're chilling. And that's what we do. 7 holds the P1 push, or sorry, the front push from P3. Unfortunately, Kremp gets a really nice 2-piece. We die P1 as well, but we're still spawning the back because they don't have forward pressure yet. I thought number 1, Gwyn, should take her out here. If you get through the court, personally, if you get through the court alive and you've just gotten like 2 or 3 kills, I'd rather you take. Personally, I think you're the furthest pushed up guy. 3 and 2, you can go to the hill and play the hill, play them more of the kills to get these guys spawning out. I think he should be the one going office and trying to make a play here. At least direct people's attention towards this way so that there's not as much on the hill. But again, he tries to help the hill, which is okay, sure. But I feel like this is something that you got to leave number 2 and 3 too. Because now what happens, we're spawning up here, we go to SWAT, and now we just see him. And we end up killing him. He could have made a play through office. That's why, 7 is already being dragged to pick this up. He made Brandon useful. Without really having to do anything. Now we just spawn up anyways. Well, with a score like that, you have to just play for the spawn for P4, in my opinion. Now we get a 4 down. We're pushed up P1. We're blocking. 2 guys on the hill. We know they're all spawning back Burger. It's pretty chalked. This last like 25 is pretty chalked. All they have is a possibility of maybe like pushing through P1 and gens and flipping for the P4. But as long as we're pushed up and getting information, you know, even though these guys are like, even though Brandon died here and even though Mason might die here, we're still spawning here and we can refill.
Kills in total on the map. Looking for 27. There it is. A 4 spree to boot.
Good pickup by Mason. He calls that this guy's going office. Easy pickup for Kyler.
This time.
Yeah, Quinn was trying to make a heads-up play. He knows that
this is a big spot. A lot of times teams would play this spot. You just have an extra cross for your team. It's something you would usually do if you got this spawn. You would just instantly rush this and cut this off. LET would do this a lot. Like Paco would basically showed us this for the most part, but spawning here, instantly going to cut this off rather than like doing anything fully around here or going this way. You just have another angle on these people trying to cross towards the street. Who helped you the most with your in-game knowledge? Kind of like all the people I coached and coached with me. Revin, Lamar, Clay, Krim, Damon, Ant, Ken,
make a heads-up play. He knows that
Ray.
Hercules is two-piece. My team is in the middle of the map, but let me just try to run them on by. Potentially catch them slipping.
And now this is just a P4 hold to win. We got broken on the first one. Usually not going to get broken on 2 in a row. Anyone off spawn can just help the left. They can watch the office and the left here. Other people off spawn can just help the street. It's pretty fucking self-explanatory.
And that could be the map.
It might just be. Look at the routes that Hook is already taking out of the map. Let me cut a little bit more extra space through mid-side. And they only need 10 more seconds to take map 1.
Final hit. Dashy holding it. Loses the fight to Gwyn. Another hard point we will see. A measly 6 can still be one here shot, see if he gets his go on. But at this point in time, think of new. No one there from C9. Not a soul. You should be able to win it here. Mercury's going to hold him at bay. He nearly gets Sib as well. Over to the hard point way. OpTic lose the ones. This game will continue.
Lose the fight going in the P5, but big routes by Ant here. First guy take the deep route. Everyone else is going to bang the front here. Once he sees this guy gets a kill, Dante's going to activate on our side, but Ant is activating on their side. 4 subs, by the way. There's the 4 sub hill. And break for the win. Good rewind hard point from the boys. Hey, Anfan, appreciate the sub with Prime. Thank you.
Whatsoever, Jake saw some fantastic individual play, solid rotations. The fundies were there.
Now we move into protocol search, and this is our bread and butter.
C9 are going to be the team on defense to start.
Maybe I'll go into depth of some of the search strats. Specifically, I mean, I don't know how much we did our default this tournament. We actually didn't really do the default on protocol this tournament, but I'm gonna detail you guys like one of the bigger plays that won us COD champs that we would do on protocol.
OpTic on their attacking approach.
The cooling rains of protocol. Will it be enough to?
So again, we kind of switched things up. We had never done like a bang out P1 strat off of the start of a protocol. So we were just trying to like basically switch it up just a little bit because obviously we won champs. We know people are going to watch our protocol. Maybe just, keep them on their toes a little bit. Hey, Mercules, what is it? Mercules Lost Son. Thank you for the 5 gifted, bro. Appreciate that. So this strat was basically, we're going to have double bang out P1. Brandon's going to be top dubs. He watches the P1 push as well as Mason. Mason's at the tower here at the barrel or like close to the barrel. He's going to watch like the anyone that might be countering us P1, but this is basically just a B rush at the beginning. Both Ann and Kyler are just going to go straight towards quad and try and go either sidewalk to B.
At the fire that OpTic were on.
He gets tagged, but they're not there. So Ann takes space towards sidewalk. And from this, Mason was first going to be helping them just to make sure that like he had basically their top trips covered and their P1 covered. Now he's going to play outer P2. And what this sets up is just a late play P2. So everyone's going to go towards B. We're going to plant the bomb. If anything, Brandon could technically stay top dubs if we wanted to too. or he can just go with them, maybe play heli or play P1 or something like that. But Mason's going to be our island guy, and he's going to late play through P2 once we get the bomb down.
He's behind enemy lines, and this is a wonderful.
And he actually just catches Dante. So this is funny because I low key fucking knew this shit they were gonna do this shit round one, because based off our default, and I'll detail it later when we go over it. Based on our default, Ant would always push up short here. So he'd throw a stun, he'd push up short, and the only time it ever got countered was Boston at winners finals of COD champs, when Purge literally knife out just ran to the fucking cliff and just beamed him like this. So I was like, bro, these guys are gonna know our fucking default, and they're gonna try and do the exact same thing that worked for us, or that worked for Boston. And that's what Dante does. He goes instantly. Right now he's going straight to the cliff to try and kill Ant, but Ant's not there because we did something a little bit different. So I was like, fuck, I knew they were gonna do that shit. So what ends up happening is Mason just ends up playing outer P2 to play late play. He ends up just seeing Dante in the top cliff anyway. It's a free kill.
To get lost, as players say.
And I was thinking that Shotzi was going to be the island player, but it's the rookie on the opposite side over towards tower.
Get the bomb down, 4v3. This is just free now. We take their base and we have heli. Nothing really they can do.
Is nearly impossible to come back from this point in time.
This is just, it's funny because the round played out because they expected us to do the default that we did all of COD champs.
Wicked opportunity. Now it's done. Spark alone, looking for the defuse. There's no way he has this one. Perfect coverage here from OpTic. A kill or two, but here comes the death knell. Round to OpTic.
Perfect tone setting around right there. Definitely caught C9 off guard. You were expecting potentially OpTic to work over towards tower or aggressive towards the way. Okay, he there for Shotzi to strike for the second kill. As soon as that bomb gets down, it's a perfect play call there.
What do we do here?
Start this one off.
All right, so they're doing a P2 rush. So they have two guys P2. They're probably gonna have one guy spiral, one guy, I don't know, top dub maybe.
On the attack from C9, the bomb could be.
Or not spiral, zip. Sorry.
Yeah, Gwen's gonna lead the charge there.
That's exactly what I do. They're actually just full bang the outer stairs. So here, what we did was we double child spiral with one guy big door at the boat, and obviously Mason top trips. He played top trips like every round.
From the outside now, is he gonna spot the ankles of Shotzi, or maybe the posterior?
And almost caught him, but they're going on it. Oh, this was such a weird scenario because who is it? Mason sees him here, and we know he's in this corner, but there's no way for us to actually get him out of it without chowing him, because I think we try and throw nades.
Crap is gonna be trapped.
Or attacks, yeah, and we just know he's here. We just can't do anything about it, though, unless we rush at him. Like, yeah, Kyler tried throwing nade here. Ends up getting the kill. So good play by Cramp. He kind of just, he made himself really annoying to have to kill.
Merc is trying to go for it. Gonna get into the fight.
1v2 by Mason. He gets the first kill. And this was just hard because this guy was just playing on the computer the entire time. Nothing really you could do.
Mercules has no idea.
Did the team ever get good at red card? I really wanted to see it at EWC at least once. I mean, we're doing better on it, but it just didn't make sense for us. It was just obviously our weaker map. And teams that we liked playing against, or teams that we were going to be playing against, liked it anyway, so it didn't really make sense for us. Like, Vancouver liked it, FaZe liked it, LAT liked it. Pretty much everyone liked it. The only one that didn't really like it, that was a comp for us, was Miami. They also were kind of like double veto red card.
Was not going to get tricked out there. Holds the pre-aim strong. Ties the game.
Yeah, you can tell.
So they do double TP2. We're like, fuck it, we'll just run it back and do the same shit as them. We do the exact same strat. One guy top dubs, one guy zip getting info, and then two go outer stairs. Mason's going to watch over him as Ant hits this.
Test of the resolve of the nerves. Looks like both of our teams have got it.
Mason kind of scammed here. He should have kept holding it, or knowing that this guy could be the Cliffetti. He just didn't see him at first because this guy was prone. It was a good play by Dante.
Looks like both of our teams have got it. Sib, a lovely first blood.
But it lets Ant get through to the inner site. Unfortunately, though, this guy at the site pushed Kyler at the zip. He caught him off guard. What's good? Some guy named DJ.
Time to get that first kill. So he's unaccounted for and pops up at the right time to get that first.
So this was basically our default as well. So they're basically doing the same thing that we did, but they didn't stun. So they're doing this without a stun, right? Or is Dante stunning? I don't think Dante's stunning. So what we would do the exact same thing, but Ant would stun big door here. So he'd throw a stun big door. So you see a lot of times teams would throw the short nade, boom. They're trying to double nade Kremp here. These guys did have a trophy though.
So he's unaccounted for and pops up at the right time to get that first kill. So now the advantage.
So Kremp gets onto the mid gun for free. Brandon's playing P1. We have a guy top trips. Ant is what, low spiral here? Yeah, Ant's low spiral. And then Kyler's playing like outer left. So we stun this guy. We know he's mid gun. Can't really do anything about it yet except tack him out. Brandon's gonna back off because he's at the heli here. He was getting naded and tacked as well. Now they're shooting at him. He's like, he kind of needs help, but the rest of the guys haven't seen anything towards A yet, so they could technically just go A. We've given up the site completely. Ant's actually pushed out to outer P2. This is a really risky play, but a good one. Gets one, gets through, but Kremp is still underneath our trips. It needs to be Brandon to play for it. Unfortunately, he doesn't. That's just a sub gun fight. Kyler right away gets the trade, though. Really good play by Kyler. And zips up, gets the kill while zipping. Really good timing on it. And we get the last keg win. Did you think you guys dealt with the jet lag better this year? Yeah, probably. I don't think we really changed much other than them knowing when to sleep better. It was kind of like the same flight process going there, so it wasn't really that much different. Just did a better job with the sleep schedule.
You spot out no one. Your heirs are giving comms that they're still camping in towards grandma's. Potentially trying to play for the trade. You get caught.
When you were down 0-2 to Miami, was the feeling the same as LET last year champs, or was it a little different with the new roster? I felt like it was the same thing. I said it on the mic, but it was like you always go through a grueler, gritty series at one of these tournaments, and that was going to be that one until finals. So as long as we got through that, we would be winning finals, in my opinion.
And then Shotzi, who was unaccounted for, is right back in your face for a double on the round. Tie game.
7.
And here we go with the patented fucking 4A push. You saw, was it FaZe that started doing it the most? We took this from them because we just knew that they did this really well going into champs. So we were like, let's just do the same shit. And I mean, honestly, this was like a strat this entire year where we're just 4 bang out. Just a little bit different. Sometimes we would run Brandon with the bomb. When's the last time you saw Brandon take bomb? But he would take the bomb because he would also pull out a sub in this scenario. So we would have our first 2 subs take some space. Sometimes they'd tack back if these guys were going big door and they tacked in. So we would tack back if they were like big door, if we expected them big door with their tacks. Mason would climb up on this little, I don't know if you could see it, but right to the right there's a table. So like this table to the right. We'd hop on top of it. He would watch the spiral gunfight, and then Brandon would go straight, help out Kyler or help out Kyler and Ant with any sub gunfights in front of the A site, and then instantly go and plant towards A.
In our 4 rounds of play, trophy bangs off the back.
So that's exactly what happens. Mason watches over the subs. We throw our trophy. Dante is there. He sees us. He tries to attack us and is way too quick though. He gets back down and already takes a spiral. We go instantly for the plant. Mason's already in a position to watch our flank because all he needs to watch is the zip. 2 guys on site. Ant's already pushed out spiral. Why not Dashy watch over instead of Merc? Just Personnel. He liked using the sub in the close quarters. But yeah, you could do it either way, honestly. That was just what we ended up doing.
OpTic have so many strategies, man. We're talking about the initial.
Sometimes he would watch over, but I guess for this strat, sometimes on that strat we would run 4 subs, low key.
So Cloud9 have yet to get a read.
But once we started actually playing on top of that table, it was just such an easier AR gunfight. So I might as well just run one of the ARs.
Even with the Jackal. This is the look. Are we getting inside now? Mercury's there with the coverage.
And this is just the post plant setup. Everyone kind of did the same thing. Every single team. You have one guy spiral, one guy watching the zip pinch, and another guy on the computers. If they go big door, this guy on the computers just gets that info, and then 6 and 7 just try and turn for it. The only problem is when these guys start activating and this guy starts activating at the same time. So it kind of is on number 6 to be the first one to help out, because usually they would pinch from, you know, from the zip and the big door if they were going to do 2 different areas like that.
This is the look. Are we getting inside now? Mercury's there with the coverage. 20 seconds to go. Last man left alive. Krem immediately.
And Mason gets 3. After he gets the kill on the pinch, he gets 2 more.
Dashy with the Jackal. They go downstairs. They take care of all those fights handedly. And see.
Mason said in the interview after that 250-249 loss to Miami, his settings were messed up. Why did they not reset map at the start? Well, I don't know if he noticed right away, and this, like, a settings thing like that is not on them. Like, that's on the player. So they're not going to restart a map if he doesn't say it, like, within the time that the timer is going down. Like, if he says it after the game's already started and like P1's popped, I don't think they can restart it. Because that's not a league or game issue. That's on you for not having the right settings.
How fast they were to get in towards this site. Easy first blood there for Shotzi. And then the rookie closes out with
3 sprees still for Shotzi. 4 for Mercules. RCXD's secured. We'll see if those come into play in a moment. We've seen plenty of shenanigans there with the RCXD.
Similar default, or actually it is the same default that we would use too. Again, they don't throw the stun though. They're throwing P1 nades, but they're not throwing the big door stun. But it's the same thing. One guy top dubs, one guy's gonna zip down, just jiggle his zip just in case these guys were, you know, double challenge spiral or something. We have Kremp go push up towards the mid gun, and another AR that's gonna watch over him. Will any of this be uploaded to YouTube by you? Yeah, I'll upload the full match breakdown for each of them that I do on YouTube.
There with the RCXD car and protocol throughout the season. Not quite done yet, folks. Couple more.
People would love to get up to this mid gun because it was such a big pressure point for this guy top trips. If you got up to mid gun, because now you can finesse your way into low trips here. It's a blind spot for this guy because he doesn't know if you've gone sidewalk, if you've gone lower trips, if you've gotten, I mean, no one will really go P1 stairs, but it was more so you can do either of these routes. You can go here, you can go inside trips and try and flank this guy, or if you wanted to, even you could like drop down if you saw no one towards, you know, the cliff or boat. So it's such a big pressure point on this guy if this guy is able to get up to mid gun.
Over towards both side, and Shotzi being the safety net on the bottom side.
Like right now we know that Kremp is somewhere around here, and as you saw here, these guys kind of double team Kyler at the low boat. He sees number 1 up top here. This buys some time to Spart to get into a little different angle to help him out.
Both side, and Shotzi being the safety net on the bottom side of A. He is going to get picked off first though. You also gain info as a player towards top trip, so we have the numbers. We might want to work towards A site.
And tries to, you know, get pushed up spiral like he usually, or sorry, zip like he usually does. They pick him out though.
And the numbers starting to fall apart here. Both teams falling apart at the seams. Kremp introduces Mercules to the part of his.
Feels like Proto Search is equal to our Invasion Search from last year and how important to winning at the end of the year when it mattered. 100%. Protocol Search was definitely our comparable to Invasion Search last year. The bread and butter.
Unbelievable opportunity.
When you're watching the match live, do you see the player previews or the full podcast? When I'm in the dugout, Like this tournament, I see whatever you're seeing, like the same POV, the Codcaster feed. Did you have a headset to listen to the comms at EWC, or no, since the coach was already on stage with a headset? No. So one of the cool things that EWC did was I was able to listen to the comms. They had 2 headsets for every team. I couldn't communicate though, but I could listen to them the entire time, and I could carry it with me. So it was like a mobile thing, which I really think the CDL should do for next year, because I thought that was really cool that we were able to be mobile with it. And then after a map would end, I would just go up on the stage and take Damon's headset and just talk with him, because I can talk with mine.
There has to be shots to the lone man in towards A. You send in everyone. You get the kill without anyone advantage. Back and forth in this S&D.
Well, good news again for C9. Not need to get the round, but you end all the sprees. Everyone gets taken care of there. So no more big.
Oh, so this is the default. Okay, we did do it this tournament. I thought we didn't do it at all.
You end all the sprees. Everyone gets taken care of there. So no more big streaks to worry about. RCXD's at least 2 of them still going to be in play. When Imagine Shots, he got his big round.
So let me detail the default. And if you watched our champs, you know this play. This is a very important way of playing this map, this specific play, because of the information that you're getting. So let me break it down for you guys. So have you guys, let me know in the chat if you've ever watched like NFL or played football when you're growing up, and you know what like a read option is, right? Read option. Let me look it up in Google for you guys. So read option, American football play where the quarterback after snap reads a specific defender, often the defensive end, decides whether to hand the ball off to the running back or keep it for himself based on the defender's initial movement. It's like a RPO kind of thing, like an option play based off of something that you're seeing on the map. So in NFL, it's like, okay, you have defensive lineman, you have your quarterback, and he reads this outside defender, and he's like, okay, am I gonna hand this off to this guy and go here, or I just take it myself, whatever? Because if this guy, it's like based on this guy and whether he budges or not, you know? So this is what would you call it? A stun read option. Stun read option. We're playing off of Ant stun. So we're defaulting. You guys know what a default is. You're kind of like spreading the map, getting info. So we'll go with everyone. Obviously, Brandon, he's going top dubs. He's going to watch for a close P1 push in case they're actively getting pushed out through P1. Kyler, he's going to go straight to the zip. He watches he jiggles the low zip to see if they're challenging low zip, getting information through A. Mason, he goes outer tower here. He's going to be watching for anyone that gets pushed up towards top trips, and based off of what Ant does, he will be watching over him if he goes mid-gun. Now, the key player here is Ant. Ant is going to go up here short, and he's going to throw a stun. And it's going to land at the boat, and it's consistent every time. And it tells you, I'm pretty sure that the stun tells you, right? It tells you if you stun 1 or 2 people, whatever. The whole basis of this, and if you watch our COD champs, you'll see this every single time. We did the exact same thing. He stuns this. If there's 2 people here, boom, we're going to B. Instantly. He's going up mid gun. He's trying to get to sidewalk. He's trying to take space B and get it planted. And then Kyler zips back up, goes with him. And then Mason plays the outer P2 thing like we talked about earlier, where he does the same outer P2 lurk on the P2 side. If he doesn't stun anything, like in this round, and Kyler at the low zip doesn't see anything spiral or sees like one guy spiral, and it's going to just wrap back into bottom dubs, zip down, and we just take A site. Because think of what we know. If we know that we didn't stun anyone big door, if we know that there's only one guy at the spiral, we have free A site control. Because these guys are P1, they're top dubs, top trips. I keep switching that up. They keep going top dubs, they keep going P1. So you have initial control A site. If he stuns 1 or 2, now we base off that info. Okay, now there's 2 guys here. There's no way they're all wrapping back to B by the time we get over there. if Kyler also sees a guy spiral, now we know 3 guys are here. Last guy's going to be top trips because that's what they always play. And then we just go B because B's free. So this was the stun read option. We would do it every single time. And I'm telling you, that shit was fucking free. It was so free because you just know everything that's going on. The only option that they could do was just if they went spiral or something, or they went big door, they would, if they instantly ran back, or if they instantly realized and ran back in time, like this guy, it would have to be the top trips guy. If they instantly ran back, you saw this in the grand finals versus Seattle, instantly ran back and pick Ant, that was their only chance of defending that. Or obviously if in the Boston series winners finals, Purge instantly goes to Cliff and just kills Ant at short before he's able to make a decision if he's going to go front side here, like towards the mid gun, because he's going towards B. What about when the opponent has a trophy? Well, if the opponent has a trophy, that's you're still getting information that they're here. They're not gonna. I mean, that was again. That's something, some mind game shit you could have done. You could have one guy just go here and throw a trophy, and it's just bait. It's a bait trophy, but that would be on people to actually think about that. But the problem is, usually if they went with a trophy, that means at least 2 people are here, and that would still give us number advantage towards B. You see what I'm saying? So that play was really, really important for us at champs. We only did it, I think, once here in this tournament because we knew, well, we could have done it more, but we knew a lot of people were going to be playing for that, as you saw in the first round of this. So what happens here? We don't stun anything big door. Kyler jiggles. He sees only one guy here, low spiral, and it's going to wrap around towards A and play this site control with Ant or with Kyler. But Brandon gets picked, and this is the only time I've ever seen this shit happen. I don't know how Brandon got picked, so that's why this round it specifically didn't work. But fucking 99 times out of 100, he does not get picked here. Low key, Brandon somehow got ripped. Kind of scammed the round, but you see the idea for the play. If he doesn't die there, we win this round. Because now Ant, with Brandon dying, wants to make a play to try and salvage this round. Because we just go into A and start planning, we'd have no actual control of everything else around the map because this guy's already died our top dubs, and it's kind of just fucked. So that's why this round kind of got whack. But after this map, I'll show you a champs example of it. That was basically, yeah, Brandon should not die there, and usually he doesn't die here. Here, let me go real quick to a champs example so you guys can see. We can do grand finals. I'll just do. I know we did in the phase 1. Okay, this was just a 4A. Okay, here it is. Ant stuns, big door, doesn't stun anything, but Kyler sees 3 fucking spiral, so we're like, all right, let's just go B. Or, sorry, this is the one example where we didn't, because not only are you playing off of what they're doing, but you're playing off their tendencies. And this is, we were talking about this, I talked about this on the Flycast, but we knew that they would just wrap quick. So that's why we delayed it. So usually, as for teams, we would just instantly go B here. But we knew that these guys love to wrap quick towards B, so that's why we delayed it. So I guess this is a little bit of a different scenario. Did we do it again here? There, this is the same thing. And does it, he throws a stun, unfortunately he gets naded, but we stunned 2 big door. So now he's taking space mid-gun. And now he's gonna, instead of going through sidewalk, again, we knew that they would probably pick these routes up. He's gonna go low trips, try and flank this guy towards A. But he has the option, he doesn't have to go B, he can go towards A and get a pick here. That's the whole problem with this specific scenario, because Kyler thinks that he's going B, but he's not. He's just going to try and open things back up on A side.
So quick. He's behind him. Yeah, he is behind him. He doesn't try to take the player up top. He just goes right down low. And while they're planning toward this could be no, actually last time. Back extra shots. He's staying up. Catching some nades, but
Boom. Same thing. Same default. We stun to big door. And now pushes up mid gun. Mason's going to late play P2. Ant gets picked, unfortunately. But it's again the same default. Let me go to a different one. Oh no, we played Rewind here. Did we play? Oh, Boston we did. The one time it didn't, like, it got super hard countered. Shout out Purge. Rushed the fucking cliff and just insta-picked Ant. The problem here is he's gambling that no one's going to go out of P2. So he's just gambling no one's going out of P2. He insta-cancels, or he insta-counters this. Good play by Purge. This was just a 4A. Same thing here. Default, Ant's gonna throw the stun. He stuns nothing big door. Kyler sees nothing low. Let's just take A. We have A side control easily. Mason could play late P2 for anyone trying to retake through big door. Who does the play call at the start of the round? Ant. Ant mostly. Sometimes it's everyone, but mostly Ant. I think we did also in the grand finals too. Yeah, same default here. Stun to big door, and it's gonna push up to low trips. But once again, it's countered because these guys actively rotate back quickly. This is good on Abuza. They normally weren't really quick to this, but in this match they were. This is 2P2. Let's see if we did it again here. Yeah, same play. Stun no one big door. Problem is we saw this guy P1, so he's going to try and nade it before he goes to B. Or sorry, before he goes to A. Good play by 0-4 though. There's another gap. Again, if you get pushed up to our side mid gun and our short, it's a free first blood on Mace. It's a good read on it. Damn, I thought we won more with this strat. Maybe we did. Still a good strat though. You have everything under control. And we didn't do a round 11. Did we? Maybe we did. No, we didn't.
1v1. At that time, you stood no chance. Cloud9 advantage. Yeah, that was a.
How was it being able to talk to the players during EWC? Did you guys feel the difference it made or not really? Not really. I mean, Damon, you can ask Damon, but he wasn't trying to kill Flow for a lot of it. I think he got a lot more used to it later on in the tournament.
One round at a time.
But I wasn't able to anyways because it was only one coach that could do it. I would have liked to have done it first search though. That would have been cool. I think when we have like more time to do it and every team has more time, it's going to be a lot more effective. That's why I don't like it for hardpoint personally.
Open up with that first blood. Allows them the early man advantage. Allows them to reflood their way back in towards A. C9 have a slight edge now. Couple rounds in a row. Feeling the momentum. Going to be aggressive in towards A. Trophies down. You already have control. Well, you are in. You're in.
This is the Miami.
Slight edge now.
You guys noticed
Rounds in a row.
if you ever saw Miami play this map, they would always do this shit. They would either jiggle or late play it, not no show, and they just play inside with trophies, double shot the anyone that's pushing into spiral. Because a lot of times teams would try and plant the bomb A and then get pushed up spiral for, like I was talking about before, where you're having both sides and you have a guy computers, so you're pushing out both sides, have your computers, and then these guys, if they're trying to retake their big door, they have to be met with both sides and worry about both sides. So by doing this, we're allowing them not to take spiral control. Shout out Miami. They're, I think, one of the first ones to do that. Can the players warm up behind the stage, or was it like last year? They technically could, but they were on like fucking 200 ping, so no one ended up doing it. It was a weird ping scenario.
See it from there? Definitely seeing this. See it on the recovery.
Do you guys get stats / data given by the league, or do you track them by hand? Like, no, nothing by the league. It's not by hand though. I have like automated system to do it. But yeah, it's all done by me or any coach or analyst that does it for their team.
31 HP, but able to recover. He's gonna be pinched out by
No bots or even the bot lobbies. It was all like 200 ping. So I think that's what low key messed up Kyler in one of these games. I think it was 100. What was the? I think it was the Miami match where he didn't do too well. He was like, dude, I should not have played those bots. It like took me out.
On the attack, go OpTic.
cars being invested.
On the attack, go OpTic. 5. 4-4, all square. On the attack, go OpTic.
This is the same default,
Cars being invested.
but instead Ant went through bottom dubs rather than going through short. Look at the timing he gets for this guy. Guy didn't see him. Really good play by Ant. But it was the same default.
You get it, and that's why shots.
He stuns big door.
5.
He's only gonna stun one.
All square. On the attack, go OpTic.
But since he stuns one, he probably knows another guy's there too.
Cars being invested. This time they're just gonna allow Shotzi to do Shotzi things, but some bad
A really good route.
both sides. At least the Shotzi finding the first blood.
Was it hard to code that? I coded it back in like MW 2019 and just made additions to it. It was a little bit at the time, but once you research like how to do computer vision stuff, it's not that hard.
Turn it around.
It was just a lot of learning how to do that type of shit at first.
Bad timing, great timing, good timing.
But it's been a minute since
You name it.
I've had to like fully redo everything.
The kill on the Krem was criminal. But you get it, you take advantage of it, the boys are there for it. Wow, I mean, what a moment. Both players.
It's usually been a lot of attacking rounds so far in this game too. No one wants to make their little mistake, but Shotzi's just gonna.
I swear Ant had two different two pieces like this where they were trying to camp the zip waiting for him to push through.
Seldom do we see a player walk away with 2 in a situation like that. See,
Gonna come.
is it? They keep it all together.
Really good proto search. Then we go to Hossie control, bro. We played so many Hossie controls.
Go.
Aggressive over towards B. 3 players.
I'm not gonna lie, chat. The new control shit was so much worse. I know we were good at it. We didn't lose one. But this shit was so much worse than the old control. Wow. They actually fucked this game mode so bad after the champs patch.
You're gonna force OpTic now to rotate towards A.
Yeah, and Merc is just just dancing right now.
It was all just progression based spawns. Like based on where you're at on the map, that's you know where they're spawning every single time basically.
Slow the approach, slow
On both sides.
out of C9. Try to suck the air out of their lungs with a couple of gut punches.
So it was all about getting pushed up and staying like kind of deep in their spawn to spawn them out a little bit even more deep.
They're on the cap.
He's just drawing attention. This is what this guy has done. Ever since he's entered the Call of Duty scene, he's always
Would you ever make a vid going over the code like that? Nah, probably not.
But once he gets shut down, everyone falls like dominoes behind him. Everyone from the green wall off of the respawn, and this is gonna
Maybe if I'm out of esports and out of COD and I don't have to worry about other teams taking it.
Was on, but now OpTic, you can't keep them down for long. Back on the attack they go. Or Sib doesn't finish Mercules, and now that's going to problem he's going to have to deal with later. But Merc is long gone. Merc has OE'd and nearly killed him. 25 seconds to go.
You need to try to stop the game clock if you're OpTic.
C9 was Ant said C9 was one of the better control teams at EWC. Yeah, we should have lost this map low key. We just made a really good play at the end, and it was a really good call by the team. It was a good exit through Lambo for us to get on the point, but we should have lost this map for sure.
Yeah, that should be it. Final 10. Mercules has got himself in a position where he could arguably dive onto this.
You should sell it then. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I would sell it within like a software, I guess. Yeah. You're right.
In no position to help out whatsoever. C9 win the defense.
Yeah, beautifully played right there from Cloud9.
I didn't know if every team had their own version or something. They might. I just don't know what other teams are doing, so they might. I'm not sure.
In that round number 1. A lot of SMGs finding success through top secret. The AR's coming alive as well. OpTic just really couldn't get a good, successful team push over towards either one of these.
But this control was so much worse, chat. It was like progression spawn points. Obviously, what was it? You would spawn side 10 here if they weren't pushed up past like the 50, let's say. So let's just say this is like a 50-yard line, right? They weren't past the 50, or like if they weren't on B. Or I would say it wasn't even like that. It was more so like this. They weren't past this line, you were spawning here. And if you weren't past what, like the 50? Here, I'll make it a different color. The defense wasn't past like here. I would say, I'd say like middle of dark or something like that. Yeah. You would spawn here. And then based on how much progression you would end up getting. So like, let's say you pushed up a little bit more. They would start spawning here. And then they would start spawning here. And then same thing on this side. It was like you would then start spawning like here and then here and then here. And if you're in their shit, they could even spawn here too. But it was way, way different than the previous control. This is all based on where you're at and how deep they would just consistently get deeper, deeper spawns. You only got 3 weeks to learn these, right? Yeah.
This is great out, Krem. Supreme aggression, and not a lot of work objectively just yet, but we're going to find a few kills there in the feed. Gwyn, the only man up now for C9 on this side of the map. And again, not opting so much for that objective play, going for those kills, and Mercules, he meets him in the ring, toe to toe. Someone just threw an iPad at Shotzi. He had him. And this setup is basically going to be unbreakable.
So a lot of times you would see people take these Lambo routes to try and, yeah, we even spawn a Lambo here, to try and get through, push into art. Now we get the deeper spawns since they're past that line that I was talking about before. And now you have to worry about someone that might be somewhere in your base. Marin, appreciate the sub. Or Maringe, thank you. Thank you, my guy.
130 round. Sid with a kill now to make his way out. Mercules over the top. This is an easy dagger in the...
So it was all about like whoever could stay alive in their base. It keeps spawning them deeper without needing the help of their teammates. And trying to open things up, buy time for their teammates to get pushed up and maybe get a closer spawn after you get more kills.
The answer is just about yes. Still alive, but for not much longer. Cloud9 unable to capitalize whatsoever.
Why couldn't they play EWC on the old patch? I don't know. I don't know if it was a CDL based thing or if they just wanted to play on the newer patch just because it technically was the new patch. Also, it wouldn't really be fair to the amateur teams that were playing because they had to play on the newer patch and there was no choice for them to play on the older patch when, like, after champs. Or even before champs too, because they had been playing this patch for a while.
was sitting here talking about how great it would be to get like OpTic on O, C9.
This time it's not 3 through well. Send everyone through top hallways. Win is able to find an opening double, and now you have to slow down your approach unless you're able to make up for it instantly. Dashy's able to find one, but already on the pinch is going to be Mr. Kremp. He locates Dashy, Mercury's last man standing, but it's already been 30 seconds. Gone.
Yeah, plenty of players now forward there for OpTic. Pass rock. Options now towards the A zone. Yeah, we're on it. We're now slowly getting the capture done.
This route was really, really big. The thing that Kyler's doing here is like these rock routes were so massive sometimes, or even just like open routes to here, because if you spawn tin, the route that you would have to take to actually pick this up is fucking crazy. You'd have to literally go backwards off spawn like this, because most of the times people just run forward, rush to close, or run forward, rush to open like this. But going far left like that when they could still go B was a very weird scenario for a lot of teams. And that's why this route was like always free. You would get into their art and then start already deep spawning them.
Now towards the A zone. Yeah, we're on it. We're now slowly getting the capture done. A single man for now. Mercules has been snuffed out, dealt with.
And now look, they got people towards A. We were already getting through well, and we have a guy in their base.
Hope now for OpTic on the front line is going to be Hook, and he is going wild. A little bit random on the front
And a
line.
weird timing.
He is going with.
Imagine if he just keeps holding this. Dante made a play here, right? He gets a two-piece.
Gonna be Hook, and he is going.
But if Kyler gets that kill, I think we let's just win the round. We get two people on B. These guys are well. At least one is going to get through. One guy might die to this number 4 here. But it would be a much different scenario.
By Sib, and Sib puts Dashy in the dirt. That is an unbelievable kill. And a huge swing of momentum now for C9.
27v20.
That was disgusting.
OpTic have no breathing room the same way that they just did it to C9. Not a single segment earned to their name. Big gunfight win right there for Mercules, but it still does not matter. There's more players from Cloud9 in powerful positions. 3 players all on different sprees. And with only 20 seconds to go, you're down by 10 lives. You can't leave the spawn. We don't have a segment. This is not looking good.
Nothing. It is not looking C9. Right?
That's why I would just be so defensively sided. It was just like, if they got a 4 dead and they just covered what they needed to cover, you're just fucked.
What do you know for map? So
Got one. Okay.
is my final round. So C9, we need to see you get 2 segments here. Otherwise, you're in trouble.
And it's all about the break-off. Majority of the fights being won by OpTic early on, and a lot of aggression into the spawn instantly. They didn't give them a chance. But now Sib on 3 in a row. Trying to at least find the timing on this OE. Gets the better of Mercules, make it 4. 27v27, but you at least got a player pausing.
Did the new spawns made it more favorable for defense on control?
9-5 spree, capturing
On Hasi it did.
and Sib on a run.
I would say protocol a little bit. Vault, I think it was low-key more offensively sided.
On A, this is some big man tings out of Sib.
Vault could get really sketchy if you lost a break on defense. I don't know if it was fully defensively or offensively sided, but it was a much more successful offense, I think. I didn't get enough data on land though for it to see, because it was literally just this tournament.
If you do go to round number 5, you need to make some kills happen. Lines up the first, has the second player weak, but you're surrounded by OpTic. They're still here.
Still got bodies on point there. He's still keeping the contest alive. It's going to be Spark with the off angle. Over to Shotzi now trying to stay alive in the zone. Spark can't get any more there. It is done. The segment is not secured. And Kremp, life flashed before his eyes there.
Got to take his time here. In a very good spot to make a play happen. Finds the opening kill. Now, if you're OpTic, you got to put some focus towards top plat. Hook is able to instantly find that trade, and you're still not allowing C9 to get this second.
Oh.
You're dominating in the kill feed, but you still got to take care of Gwen.
He's just still letting it rip. 9 rounds. How's he getting this done? Can somebody please get in there and help him? Trying to get the capture.
There's just a fucking B bang out.
What a moment.
When no one's actually blocking the spawn, or even if they are blocking the first spawn, you're just going here, you're well, and you're just banging. Good play by Mace. He gets a little bit deeper though. Starts spawning him left corner.
Away from defeat. They're on the B zone. The boys push forward. Hook cleans the zone out.
Really good route by this guy here, by Gwyn. This is a great route because most of the times people would just pick up top spiral first. So he's obviously Brandon's watching this. What ends up happening is the first guy, Gwyn, goes through secret, climbs up the ladder. Obviously a blind spot for Brandon, and he just goes up, kills Brandon because he knows that people like to play this corner when they're getting pushed up towards spiral. Really good route by Gwyn.
Themselves an amazing opportunity here to stay alive. Here comes C9 though. Wait, it's one big hit. Hook gets the objective work done, finds a kill. We get ourselves on towards A now. So C9 are keeping it spicy.
And it's Shotzi on the pinch. Shotzi on the pinch again through top spiral, just getting lost behind enemy lines. Wins a big one-on-one, locates the second, gives the
big 4 down.
For the assistance, and that's another clean 4 dead. Cloud9 do just enough to guarantee.
Dude, every time they switch to Mason's POV, he's got both he's got both the AR and the sub in his hand straight up.
With a couple players on streaks.
They're on streaks right now. This is 4 for Shotzi.
True flex.
Looking for 6. Not gonna get it. Spark's gonna be there for this. And Hook Spree's gone as well. Final seconds tick away. We go to a deciding round, overtime.
And then this round, honestly, we should have lost this round.
Out of C9.
Take their time on
This is a good play call at the end.
We're gonna play to shut you down at B, and if you're not here, we're gonna be in position to win a majority of our one-on-one gunfights to keep you off of that A objective. So even with shots, he's still alive. Trying to make impactful plays from top.
Dashy says he spawns in with overkill, straight up.
Because now the players off the respawn have to account for him.
Yeah, he's finding sweet kills on plays and Hook. This is a couple of lovely plays in this life alone. Oh, Shotsy. Shots.
Damn, that was really good shots by Dante. Even through the one pump.
First segment of B, collected. The second on its way out. The second man there on the capture, who's going to push forward, try to buy some space at this point in time. And
You think it's easier for a natural sub to run flex? Yeah, probably. Because it's just easier running an AR, just in general, I think.
Get the second segment done so I give myself a little bit more of a chance to potentially extend the game clock. But we don't need a chance when you're still here contesting. Your teammates are now here to also to reinforce and help you with these gunfights. Already 2 kills in favor of OpTic. Make it 3. B is done and gone.
2 minutes, 21 lives either side. OpTic are trying to do the impossible, win an attacking round here on this game of Hacienda. This is for the match. C9, you have come so far. The reach out, Hook to the pistol, to the kill he gets. All for naught though. Trades continue, and there's plenty of space in mid-map. OpTic stays.
A little dive to get out.
It's a big one-on-one gunfight right there from Spark. Catch Dashy on the repinch. Now Spark still trying to contest from top hallway. He's able to set up his teammate for the kill, and he's able to put himself now on 5 in a row. All map control in favor of C9. But there is one.
Look at the route by Brandon.
So OpTic are just
You got Brandon taking routes through B.
potentially close this one out.
Get in their base. Open things up, maybe.
Get involved here, but Hook punches a hole through the front. And Kremp now having to worry about both floors. Gwyn through mid. Can he get another?
Problem is he can't find anyone.
Pull these players back.
Everyone's just in our shit.
Still trying to get involved in the play. Helping out with the capture. Second segment nearly done. No, another set.
And see, like, look at this scenario. We should not win this round. 18-11, they're all in our base.
Everyone just valuing their lives once
They pick up Lambo at the start, but this is a big kill
trapped in the back.
by Ant. He gets the first kill to exit out of Lambo. He's just going to instantly slide out because he knows a trade's going to be coming from the short door. Or short door. The small door. He's going to leave that for Kyler to pick up. And once they get this kill, we just go straight and hop on the point with them double well here. Hey, it's the kid. Appreciate the 5 months. Thank you, man. You're talking about your coder using some OCR-based syntax? Yes. OpenCV in Python.
So even with Cloud9 having a good approach there, OpTic give themselves another lifeline.
You got 9 lives left for OpTic. Give a minute though. Stopped on A. Here comes
Now we're stopping time.
back.
Also, big ups to Brandon for winning this well gun fight. That well gun fight's massive. And then he's also able to get Kremp, who's going to late play towards the guys that are going and trying to transition towards A. See, it's a 3-1. He goes back and clears our lobby.
Minute, though. Stopped
All these guys get on A.
the second segment in the bag.
Picks Kremp for free.
The stack is there. OpTic stacks a point. They keep the capture going. No one is home. Oh my goodness. A 3-0.
Again, we should have lost that map, but really good clutch by them. That's a thing with a really good team is they're able to pull out wins in those moments where they probably shouldn't. You see that a lot of times. Just close out games when they really shouldn't.